Hello and welcome to another episode of Agri Art. In 1945, an excavation in Antioch, Greece, an ancient villa was unearthed. This villa dates back to 526 CE and, based on historical record, was likely destroyed during a great earthquake that occurred during that year. What remains of this villa is several well-preserved rooms, which includes a mosaic. The mosaic was moved to Worcester, Massachusetts, in 1946 and was named the Worcester Hunt. This mosaic depicts a hunt organized into two circular registers, one encompassing the other. The image can be seen right on screen right now. The inner circle depicts a hunter that is surrounded by various beasts that he has either wounded or is about to wound. The outer circle is divided into four separate hunting scenes, separated by fruit trees growing diagonally out of the corners of the pavement towards the center. 3 out of the 4 hunting scenes are composed of depictions of a mounted hunter and a non-mounted hunter fighting wild animals. In the 4th scene, a single hunter on a horse is depicted luring a female tiger with her captured cub. The details and the style of the Worcester Hunt have been studied extensively. As parts of this research, it was found that the fruit tree motifs have similarities to the fruit tree motifs within ancient Christian churches within Jordan. Dr. ÖDÜŞ-UZUN hopes to use the mosaics to discover what fruit species were being depicted, what the symbolic meaning of these fruit trees were, and what connection does this mosaic have to ancient Christian churches in the Jordan region. The highly stylized art of these mosaics has had a great effect on interpretations that can be made, which we'll cover next. Within the context of the highly stylized depictions of the fruit trees, only 2 species could be positively identified. Even still, the fact that these preserved mosaics have been extensively restored after being moved to the Worcester Museum will always leave a shadow of a doubt within these interpretations. The leaves, trees, and fruits have a stylized generic shape, and the same color was used for all depicted species, and the leaves and trees were reused in terms of the artistic depiction. However, the researcher was able to identify 2 species positively. The first is the pomegranate, which in spite of its stylized look still resembles a pomegranate. The fruits are round and have a crown-shaped element at the tips with black accents, a common feature within pomegranate depictions. The common pomegranate was a common tree featured in late mosaics, especially within Christian contexts. In a Christian context, it's used to symbolize multiple seeds in one. It's also used to symbolize paradise and resurrection. The next tree listed has a typical pear-shaped fruit, i.e. narrow at the stalk and widening into a bulbous shape near the end. This indicates a depiction of a pear. Pear trees are not as common in mosaics as pomegranates are, but are still common within the 5th to 6th century Christian mosaics, especially within Jordan, and what is now known as modern-day Palestine. The pear was depicted extensively within the Church of St. John. The fir tree could not be wholly identified due to how stylized it is. Due to the fruit being depicted as round, red, and with blackish ends, it is possible to whittle down the possibilities down to 2 potential species. The first possibility is a common apple, which has been used in mosaics since the 6th century CE. The second possibility is a medlar, which has been used in mosaic art, especially in sarcophagus reliefs, during the 2nd and 1st century CE onward. In stylized art, both species are depicted in very similar fashions, so in most instances it's not possible to determine which species is utilized. The final fruit tree cannot be ID'd. The fruit is heart-shaped, and a great many stylized fruit species were often depicted as a heart-shaped fruit. The most likely species depicted are the apricot, the peach, or the quince. Heart-shaped fruit are abundant in both the Jordan and Greek regions during that time period. Even prior to that, in ancient Pompeii and Roman art, several instances of heart-shaped fruit were identified as peaches, due to the less stylized art at that time. This may provide indirect evidence for peaches being depicted within the context of the Worcester Hunt. The actual species for the last 2 trees, however, remain unknown, although with a narrow range of possibility. Hello, I just want to let you know, if you want to fund this channel, you can do so on the platforms seen in the description below. Within the context of this mosaic, the fruit trees on the Worcester hunt are arranged in a clockwise order of pomegranate, pear, medlar/apple, and heart-shaped fruit. This organization is not unique to this mosaic or the 6th century in Antioch. The earliest mosaic with this artistic style dates back to the 3rd century CE in the Villars mosaic from southeast France. Within this context, the symbolism of the mosaic was interpreted by Dr. Carfar to represent the 4 warmest months of the year, May, June, July, and August, with each fruit species representing a different month. This is because other mosaics of this style usually represent the 4 seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter. Using the same context, the fruit tree imagery of the late antique Jordan was found to be very similar within the context of fruit tree arrangement. For instance, a mosaic found in the Church of Holy Martyrs lot and Procopius had nearly identical fruit tree arrangement. This work emerged in the mid-6th century CE, a similar time frame to the date of the creation of the Worcester hunt. Other mosaics of a similar nature have been found in St. Apostle's Church of Madaba and the St. Theodoros Chapel, both of which date back to the mid-6th century CE. Although the exact relationship between the early 6th century work of the Worcester hunt and the late 6th century mosaics of the Jordan remains unknown. However, it can be concluded that the works of both regions at the very least had a common art style that they drew from. And that about covers everything. Thank you for watching.